Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of the Halo CE Basics Guide. In this video I'm going to show you some of the key differences between the melee and grenade mechanics in Halo 1. In my opinion, Halo 1 has the deepest melee and grenade mechanics in the series, allowing players to make unbelievable plays so long as they have the knowledge and skills to do so. Let's start it off by taking a look at why Halo 1's melees are so unique. The first thing you'll notice about Halo 1's melees are its lack of lunge. When you melee, your punch comes out and it will not suck you into the opponent. It will not correct your melee if you are close enough. Where you aim is where you hit. If you didn't aim right, don't expect a hit. I love this because it makes you earn your kills and you don't have to deal with the lunge not working or people looking like they're teleporting across the room when they melee you. If you get meleeed in this game, you know it was legit. The next thing you'll need to factor in with your melees is momentum. If you're standing still, you'll take most of their shield. If you're moving forward, you'll take their entire shield. And in certain situations where you're moving very quickly, like falling, blasted forward by an explosive, or exiting an airborne vehicle, you'll take their whole shield plus 1 bar of health. If done correctly, you can 2-hit beat down an opponent if you're running forward for both melees. But remember, a double melee will only kill if you're moving forward for both melees. You may be wondering what a double melee is. It's a glitch that lets you cancel your recovery animation, allowing you to punch twice very quickly at the cost of a grenade. By hitting melee, grenade, melee, or BLB with default controls, the player can get 2 melees for the price of 1. But beware, you must have a grenade to do this move, and a grenade will come out. Keep this in mind, as you will need to try to avoid that live grenade after your melee attempt. A well-timed BLB can be a nearly instant kill with the assault rifle, so long as you are running forward when you land both melees. Try to develop this reflex quickly, as this is a valuable move when you are suddenly surprised by an enemy. Unlike recent Halos, not all weapons melees are created equal. Some weapons will afford you different ranges and shorter animations. I'll show you these ranges in a moment, but before I do, bear in mind that this game is designed for standard definition 4:3 aspect ratio, and I recorded this in high definition 16:9 aspect ratio. The image is stretched slightly, and these ranges will seem unnatural from third person, but I think it's important to know what the melee range looks like in 16:9, since that's what most of us will be playing in November. Now, I broke down each weapon's melee range into tiers, with the best ranges on top. As you can see, the pistol has the shortest melee range in the game, in the 4th tier, while the plasma pistol, plasma rifle, shotgun, and needler are all equal in the 3rd tier. The 2nd tier consists of the assault rifle and sniper rifle, while the rocket launcher stands alone in the top tier, with the farthest reach in the game. After testing these ranges, I found them to actually be very inconsistent. Some weapons would hit from farther out in different circumstances, depending on both the angle and where your melee is landing. But the difference is minimal and often interchangeable. This is meant to give you a ballpark idea. Just know that most of the time, the AR, sniper, and especially the rocket launcher can hit from the farthest out. As for the animations, most weapons have similarly slow animations. Bear in mind, I'm not as concerned with the recovery animation, as that is usually cancelled with the double melee glitch. I'm talking about the time from the moment you hit melee till when your melee connects. The only real standout that I found is the assault rifle, as a perfect double melee will kill nearly instantly. With it being among the best for range, the AR also buys you valuable extra space to be running forward within your melee window. Since the AR has excellent range, fast damage output, a quick recovery time, and you spawn with it, I think the assault rifle is the best pure melee weapon in the game. If that weren't enough, take a look at how quickly you can melee after switching weapons. The best players have made it a reflex to switch to their AR before doing a double melee. It's definitely a reflex worth learning. Now let's discuss the grenades. The first thing you'll notice about Halo 1 grenades is the increased throw distance. Your Master Chief can huck this thing across the map. This means that if you can aim it right, you can pretty much put a grenade anywhere at any time. This will also enable you to influence weapons and power-ups from nearly anywhere, which becomes a huge part of the game as you rank up higher. The next thing you'll undoubtedly notice is the huge blast radius. The blast radius is a bit bigger than Reach's grenades, which means they're enormous. A less noticeable trait, though, is that the grenade damage does not taper off on the outer edges of the radius. You won't ever just get nicked by a grenade. It will take your entire shield every time. The only variable with proximity is how much health you lose. If you get hit by a grenade, at the minimum, you'll lose your whole shield and 1 bar of health. A perfect grenade will take your whole shield and 5 bars of health. Get familiar with how far away you need to be from grenades. As you can see, your health will play a big role in how grenades affect you. This is true for all Halo games, but Halo 1 and Reach do 2 unique things. They tell you how much health you have, and your health doesn't recharge on its own. You'll need to seek out health packs, because one perfect grenade will kill you if you're in yellow health or worse. Be extra careful when walking around with low health. Another unique trait of Halo 1's frag grenades is that they must settle before exploding. You cannot airburst frag grenades, not by bouncing, other explosions, or shooting it out of the air. The grenades are too powerful in this game for that. For balance reasons, a grenade needs to come to rest before blowing up. Keep this in mind so that you can learn little tricks to get your grenades to settle faster. Halo 1's plasma grenades are not as powerful as they are in later Halos. You can still stick players, and the strong throw can make it easier if you are good at sticking, but a plasma grenade on the ground isn't worth much. The plasma grenades have a 3-second fuse time before they blow up, and they will not one-hit kill you if you stand directly on it. Be careful when throwing grenades over top of other grenades, as explosions will influence their trajectory. This will send grenades flying in different directions. However, grenades will still need to settle on the ground before detonating. You'll notice in 2v2s that you spawn with 4 grenades, and as powerful as grenades are in this game, you may wonder why you get so many compared to later Halos. Well, grenades are just a bigger part of the game. You use them for more things in this game. You'll use grenades to blow weapons to yourself, knock power-ups down, and to predict spawns. Because the player has total control of spawns, aware players can guess or even predict spawns and have a grenade waiting for the spawning player. Grenades are used to force movement, and to prevent movement. They're even used for making jumps. All of that, and I'm still not even factoring in actual combat. They're just a massive part of the game. You'll use them for everything. It's just best to embrace that before you even start playing. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep an eye out for the final video in the basics guide, where I'll explain the weapon and power-up spawn system.